Hey guys, this is a podcast for adults. If you're a kid, don't listen to this. Unless you want Santa to take all your presents away. You little ungrateful little... Okay. Start the episode. I'm so scared to spill this.
It's your floor.
Oh, I bent it.
That's us. That's how we start.
Oh, I spilled a little bit. It's all over me.
Ah.
Oh, God.
You know, when you said you were going to open this as our opener, literally opening a bottle,
Yeah.
it went a lot cooler in my head.
Yeah. Well, me and cool don't go hand in hand.
That's true.
Don't taste the... Oh, okay.
I didn't taste it yet then. I was about to. We were going to taste them at the same time.
Yeah, as soon as I open mine. So, context, everyone. I should shut that.
Yeah, we'll get it later.
Well, hopefully I don't step on that.
No, I rolled over near my foot.
Cool. So, Derek and I have two...
Of the nastiest fucking sodas in the world, probably.
Okay, so I did a D&D one-shot where I had a bunch of sodas that people were drinking that were fun flavors. And overall, everyone thought they were gross. And we didn't use all of them. So I had 4 left. And we're opening up 2 of them. The best 2 flavors I have left.
The only 2 appealing sounding flavors.
Yes. What do you have?
I have apple pie, which we have pumpkin pie, and it didn't taste anything like pumpkin pie, so I'm very skeptical about apple, because I like apple pie. Mm-hmm. And to be specific, the picture has crumb on top of it, which I am a crumb apple guy. Are you a crumb apple guy, or just a regular apple?
I actually have not had enough apple pie in my life for me to tell the difference.
Always get the crumb.
Okay.
It adds a little bit more on top of it. It's like getting a Pop-Tart with no frosting. It's like, the fuck's wrong with you?
Oh, yeah, those ones are disgusting.
Those are weird.
Like, usually they're chocolate, and it's like, why did you put chocolate on top then?
People claim that if you don't have frosting on the top, you get more on the inside, because they have to keep, like, the weight, because they weigh the same as much. But I'm like, that's probably just the packaging on the box. They didn't feel like fixing it.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So, you have apple pie, I have coffee cake.
Coffee cake.
If you want to get these, you can go. They're part of Melba's Fixins. You can get it from Rocket Fizz.
Oh yeah, that's the place you wanted us to go to.
I did go to.
You went to it, but you wanted us to go to it.
I wanted to go to it, then I realized, and I stopped pressuring it once I realized I wanted to use those for the
one shot.
Yeah, so I stopped bringing it up. So hope you forgot about it.
Don't worry, because if I would have walked in this place and drank, which one did I know? Marshmallow was okay.
Yeah.
If I would have drank pumpkin.
Yeah.
Or corn.
I got corn.
Which corn is the only one that tasted exactly like its advertising. And I hate corn. So I don't know why I drank it.
See, the corn one, you drank it, and then 5 minutes later you burped and you tasted corn again.
It was nasty.
It was gross. After the other 2 I have left are bacon with maple syrup and pickle.
I don't like bacon with maple syrup on it. Mm? You know what I mean? Like, how do I want to explain that? Because, you have maple bacon.
Yeah.
But I don't like the idea of having bacon strips and then putting syrup on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That tastes weird to me. I usually, when my food comes out, either bacon's eaten first.
Yeah. Or
it's saved to the very end as, the finale.
Yeah.
We want to do the pancake. And I move it off of the plate so it doesn't get anything else on it. It's the bacon itself.
I'm one of those people who while I'm eating, I have a bit of each thing. While I'm eating, I pretty much go around the plate until I get everything. So I'm I have a bite of bacon, then put it back, and then go into the next thing.
Oh, no. I'm monk. I keep everything away from each other. And I slowly eat it. The only time
I'm gonna get you one of those plates with the spacers between your food so they don't touch.
No, I'm one of those people that then they'll bring me out because if you order a full breakfast, they bring them out on 2 or 3 different plates depending on how much food you get. Because you get pancakes, you get a separate plate of pancakes.
Yeah.
I'll move everything onto the little plate and keep the big plate as that's the main arena plate. Yeah. And so everything's kind of piled up, but it all gets eaten separately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So before we introduce this podcast, before we start it,
I don't want to drink this.
Cheers.
Are we actually gonna clack it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Fuck. not as bad as fucking pumpkin.
Yeah, this one.
It actually tastes more pumpkin-y than the pumpkin. Drink this. Give me yours. Let me try that.
It's like you can taste the cinnamon pretty heavily. It's like a lot. It's like a lot. It didn't mix in the brown sugar.
Does it taste anything like coffee? I know it's coffee cake.
No,
it tastes anything like coffee.
Coffee cake doesn't have coffee in it.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Knowing them, they were like, it says coffee on it.
It's very heavy on the brown sugar.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, that should be pumpkin.
That should be pumpkin, right?
Yeah.
This is probably a labeling error.
Yeah.
You can have this. I'm not going to drink this, probably.
I'm going to sip through mine. God.
Oh, okay. That's the challenge. Okay, I am going to drink this, and so are you. We're going to finish it before we finish this episode, and if we get to the end and they're not done yet, we're going to chug them.
Oh, God.
And that's how we're going to end it, so you better start sipping.
My stomach's going to be very unhappy
I
with
don't fucking care. You started. You made me drink this nasty shit.
Yeah, I did.
Be happy it's not fucking corn. Actually, you probably like corn.
The corn was, well, it tasted fine, but the after burps really got me.
Who would have thought the guy from Ohio likes corn?
Hey guys, welcome. Did you hear about this? We're a podcast about stories. I promise there's stories in here somewhere.
I hope so.
I'm Bryce.
I'm Derek. Sorry, I'm just watching this. I'm going to slowly drink while you talk.
So this is a podcast about stories. We're not reporters. We're not historians. We're two guys who like stories. So sometimes we get things wrong, and that's okay. The faces you're making while you're sipping that is my favorite thing.
It's nasty as fuck. But I don't want to drink it at the end.
Yeah.
Because it'll distract me while I talk.
Yeah.
And the worst part is, I like pies.
Yeah.
You know how much I like pies? I like McDonald's pies.
All right.
That's how much I like pies.
Those pies don't count as pies.
They are. They say pies on them. They're legally pies.
They're legally pies. The pie police are coming.
Exactly. The Food and Drug Administration came through like they qualify.
So here comes a question I always thought, but I thought now is a good time to ask.
What's up?
Is cheesecake a pie or a cake? Because it doesn't have the aspects of cake, but it's called a cake.
Yeah, exactly. But that's just like when you call a pizza a pie. It doesn't make it a pie. It's still a pizza.
Yeah.
I would consider cheesecake to be neither. I would say it's a beast among itself.
Because it's not cheese. It doesn't have cheese in it.
Some of them do. You can have cheese in cheesecake.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, you can make cheese in cheesecake. I'm pretty sure.
Are you fucking with me?
I'm honestly not 100 on that, but it's weird to call it that and not have cheesecake in it. That's like calling a food a mousse and not have a mousse in it.
The only cheese I could think of that would probably be in it would be like ricotta, because that's the only thing that has the texture of it.
You didn't even get that joke.
What?
I made a mousse joke.
I couldn't tell if that was a joke or just stating a fact. Like, it says mousse, doesn't have a mousse in it.
Nah.
A full-on mousse in it.
I am mad. It has to have something in it. Or maybe because it has dairy in it, most definitely. You look so fucking disgusted after
yours is so
drinking
much
it.
better.
Yeah, I know. That's why I took it back. I don't get stuck with nasty-ass coffee cake.
It's like if the brown sugar went bad, and then I drank it.
It probably did go bad. How much did you pay for these?
It's like a couple bucks a piece. Not too bad.
You got ripped off.
Well, it's pretty much like
it's
about $2 a piece.
You want to know how you got tricked? Got the happiest grandmother on here. And just like all grandmothers, they know when they're giving you shit because they smile super fucking hard and be like, nah, it tastes good.
Y'all get your fixins. It says on the bottom.
Does it? Oh, fuck, it does. Because that's southern as fuck.
Yeah.
Because speaking about grandmothers.
I super don't want to drink this.
Well, you're going to.
Every fiber of my being is telling me no.
But speaking about grandmothers, that's why my grandmother passed away many, 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 many years ago.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite stories about her, and it'll be the one story where I started like, I don't like my grandmother and then I got to explain it.
Yeah.
There's jellies, there's jams, there's marmalades.
Yeah.
I hate marmalades.
Okay.
My grandmother used to get it's like peaches marmalade or something like that. Mm-hmm. And she gave me that on a fucking sandwich. She's like, yeah, it's peanut butter and jelly. I'm like, oh, okay.
What?
And I bit into it like, it's fucking disgusting.
It's peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, I used the jelly from the pie filling thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it tasted disgusting.
God.
It was the roughest fucking sandwich. And when you're younger, you're kind of like, they're not going to make me another one.
They're going to make you another one.
No, I ate that sandwich. And I was unhappy with it.
Ah, God.
And then I went to bed.
and now you're here. There's probably a bunch of things between that, but those are the two main portions of your life. You keep looking at it as you drink it, as you're like regretting every sip.
I'm just figuring out how many, the perfect rhythm of sips between gulps and sips that it will go down fast without me having to taste it in my throat.
I think we should have made this plan before we did the podcast, because I have the benefit of having a chaser. I have a second drink here.
I'll be fine, trust me. If anything, I'll just throw up in here.
Oh God, I hope that's part of me is like we probably shouldn't do that because it's going to make our stomach upset.
Fuck it.
Don't finish it now. What are you doing? No, he's just chugging it. No, it looks like you're chugging like a Corona. That's the color of it. I can hear it. Oh God.
Ugh.
Oh God.
Fuck, that was disgusting.
Yeah, that looked gross.
Oh God.
Do we need to take a? Do we need to pause?
No, I'm good.
Oh God. Do we need to pause so you can get something else to drink?
Nope. We're gonna fight through this because we haven't even gotten started yet. Nope. This is a bad idea.
This is a terrible idea. So you got to sit here and suffer.
I'm fine.
All right. Hey, Derek.
Hey.
Did you hear about this?
No, probably not.
Did you hear about the Wa? I'm gonna say this. I'm probably wrong how to pronounce this. Wa Anatuk Crossroll.
See, a spell of some sort.
It's a city. It's
a magic city.
It's spelled WEH is the first word.
WEH. Okay.
Second word is ANTIOK. And the third word is KHOSROW.
What continent is it in?
It's
or was it located? And I imagine it doesn't exist anymore. Or does it exist still?
It's like in the Middle East area.
Okay. That makes sense then.
Yeah.
They have complicated. See, I'm always curious because you'll see words like that.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, that doesn't make any sense. But that's because it's kind of translated in the English. Like how they do. Because like Russia is not called Russia in Russia. They call it something else, don't they?
Yeah.
Which is, I can't remember what right now. So it's one of those things that's like, is that actually the name of the place? Or is that how we tried to translate it? I just hit the microphone, I'm sorry.
And it just didn't This is the actual name of the place. Because there's a translation I have that is, well, I'll get to.
All right. But this
is in the original language.
Okay. Just with American letters, or is it?
Yeah.
Because I imagine if it's in the Middle East, they have their own alphabet, don't they?
Yeah.
Technically.
Every language has its own.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine there it'd be spelled differently.
Yeah. So let's jump right into this. So we're gonna go back pretty far in history. I think this is one of the oldest stories I have ever had for you.
Mm-hmm. What year are we talking?
This is, well, we're talking about a series of wars between the Byzantine Empire and the Sassanian, which happened between 285 and 628.
285.
That's the entire
big,
number.
That's the beginning. That's the beginning of AD.
Yeah. So it happened between that period of time. There's a series of wars.
Okay.
Start a war, truce, start a war, truce, start a war, truce. Most ratings of cities during this time were often pillaged and the citizens were slaughtered.
Okay.
So you could probably assume when the city of Anatok was taken by the Persians, the Sassanians, the people were a bit worried because they just got taken over and it's common and people were slaughtered.
Okay.
But they weren't. The Persians instead went to them and told them, hey, you got to move.
Hey, fair enough. I'll see you later. I'm going to pack my shit up and get out of here.
They all packed their things. Like, you're going to move to, we'll show you where you're moving to, which sounds very sketchy, right?
Well, I don't know, because if they're known for killing everybody, I guess in the long run, they'd kill you where you're going.
Yeah.
But why not just kill you now?
Exactly.
Unless they just don't want to carry the bodies to wherever they're taking them.
So they had them gather all their things, and they moved them to Persia.
Okay.
Sassian. They went to a city where they built an entire new city for them. Way-Atet Crossrow was built as an attempted replication of Anatok.
Okay.
Down to the layouts of the buildings. They tried to replicate the entire city.
Okay. Sorry, this is just sounding like a science experiment.
Yeah, they took the people from there, moved it during the war, moved the entire population to the new city, and they freed them and told them, "You can live here now."
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
What's the catch? There's got to be a fucking catch.
in an attempt to keep convincing people to stay, they built Roman bathhouses. They had a circus. They had charioteers move in to give them entertainment. Mm-hmm. They're like, just stay here, because they're using them for tax purposes, but they're 100% taxing the fuck out of them. But they're like, yeah, just stay here.
Yeah, you won't die.
Yeah, so
it's kind of like how America works.
Yeah. So the translation of Way Anatak Crossrow, very roughly, translates to better than Anatak Crossrow built us.
It's like a kid's name.
Yeah, it's the most like weird petty thing everyone's ever done.
You know, this place, it's better than that place.
Yeah, we built this. This is better. We're gonna name it that. It's just better than the old place.
It's like when when kids are going, I'm king. I'm in charge. Well, I'm bigger king.
I'm bigger. I have twice as many superpowers as you do.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the Hulk. Well, I'm Superman. Even though the Hulk can beat up Superman.
I'm double Hulk.
Yeah, exactly. Triple Hulk. I'm Hulk Hogan. He can beat anybody.
You see, you picked up the big guy. That was a wrestling thing.
Do you actually not know, or are you just fucking with him?
Andrew the Giant.
Okay, just making sure. That the stutter sounded real. I'm like, does he not know who that was?
In the moment, blanked for like half a second.
Really?
So, but halfway through, I remembered it. I'm like, I'm gonna keep going. So yeah, they built they tried to replicate to a point the entire city. Because this is happened in like, it's happening around 500, I believe.
Yeah, so the houses were a lot simpler back then, I imagine.
Yes.
There wasn't probably multiple rooms for everyone. There's probably wasn't bathrooms, because they had bathhouses back then. So I imagine the buildings layout, like other than like certain things, like I imagine they still had a town hall. They seem civilized. They probably have like a town hall, some type of meeting center. Yeah, it's probably some sort of security center or
security center.
I was gonna say police station, but I'm like, they probably didn't call them police back then.
Yeah,
probably called them like secure armed people or something. I don't fucking know. So I imagine those buildings probably were more complicated to duplicate. Where if they were building a house, they're like, there was a house here. It's here. There you go. It's only one room. It's one really big room, but it's only one room.
Yeah.
There's probably somebody who was pissed off. They walked into what their new house was. They're like, my windows used to be 3 inches higher than this.
Like, they just we could kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, this window's fine.
I don't look out that window anyways. It's not any good.
You know what? It has a nice view of my next door window's wall. Yeah. It's a good view, actually. Make sure they're okay.
I've always wanted to see in real life. You know how in movies they'll have buildings where they go in as like a rundown ass building, and they have a window and they open it and it goes to bricks.
Yes,
I've always wanted to see one of those in real life.
I've
never seen one of those.
When I visited New York City, and we stayed in New Jersey because it's cheaper. Because I was a senior class trip from rural Ohio. All the people who had money were the farmers. So we stayed in New Jersey and we drove over to New York every day. So we were staying in this hotel and we were in there, and part of me was like, I looked out the window and it just saw like, because the way the hotel was built, it was surrounded the pool kind of. So it had like a really weird turns and twists to it. So I opened it up and it went maybe 5-10 feet to a wall. And I looked at it, I'm like, nice. If you look to the right, you can kind of see the pool.
So it technically has a pool view,
but
even though it doesn't.
Straight out is just a wall. I'm like, cool. I mean, no one's going to like see me change or anything. That's cool.
The most I've ever had is, I've had one that was really funny and one that I thought was really cool. The first one was one where the building surrounded, like it was a round building. Yeah. So my window went out. It didn't go to a wall. It went to all the other buildings. And then in the middle was where like the air conditioning systems were when you look down. Yeah. So there's nothing out there. It's just more buildings.
What's the point of it being a circle then?
I don't fucking know.
Nice view of the air conditioning system.
It was stupid. I guess you could see the sky, technically.
I would at least put something like to cover the air conditioning stuff, though.
It was weird.
Like put like a little awning or something.
Yeah. Now the cooler one is the exact same concept, but it's inside the middle. They had like a little shopping district and stuff like that. We go stores, they had like an arcade. Yeah. But in the middle was a fucking ice skating ring.
Oh, that's dope.
And it was like you could look down, And this is when I was younger, so it'd be like my parents were like, yeah, go ice skating, and they would just watch us from the top floor.
Yeah.
So if there's an emergency, they're gonna be a good 15, 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
Got to wait for that elevator. You're on like the 10th floor. But it's fine. I can still see you. I can watch you get abducted as you get taken away.
At least this way I can still call 911.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing I can do from this distance.
I can call an emergency. Either that or I would find out that day my parents had superpowers. They just jump off the balcony and land on the floor. Oh, fucking cool.
God, of course that would be the way. It's like, of course when I'm dying is when you decide to be cool. The rest of my life you suck, but now you're cool.
Hey, my parents are pretty cool.
I know, but I was being dramatic.
Oh, I gotta tell you something later about my parents.
Okay, that's a weird thing to bring up now on the podcast.
Nah, it has something to do with this podcast when we start.
Cool. Do you mean edit this out?
Nope. Fuck it. Fine by me. I just remembered it.
Cool.
Don't let me forget.
I won't. Hey man, that's all I really have for that story. I just wanted to
talk
really
about the duplicate city.
It's just they made a duplicate city, and because it happened so long ago, it's hard to find a lot of details about it. Mm-hmm. But it just everyone's like every record said, yeah, they made a duplicate city.
Do you know what happened to the original city?
Did they destroy it to the ground?
I wasn't sure. That's what I was curious about.
Yeah, they took as soon as everyone moved out, they burned it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so I imagine why did they move them specifically? Just to tax them? Just
tax
to make more
purposes.
Money?
Also, I think it was a weird flex because they're at war with that country. Mm-hmm. So like,
we took your people.
Yeah, they're like, instead of just killing them, we could use them for money reasons.
Now, here's the thing: did they share the same currency? Because if
don't
not, then they had to
know.
try and fix the currency into it.
Even
here's the part where I try and get smart.
Even then, they moved them over and they worked the job just worked for their currency. Then they didn't take their money directly.
But that means you got to try and find a way to get the currency into the country.
No,
into the environment at that point.
They created and then immediately had people take those jobs.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it was more like manual labor at this point. Okay,
because this was happening like at 500.
Yeah, I know, but what was the currency back in 500? I imagine it wasn't shit. It was probably like gold or something. Yeah. Nah, it probably wasn't gold. It's probably like still trade, maybe?
It's probably coins and stuff. Yeah. Like early coins.
I will take 3 gold bricks, please.
Yes.
Do you have change for this gold brick? They like slice it in half. Like, here's 3/4 of a gold brick, sir.
Pulls out a saw, I guess. I don't know why you don't just pull out a saw.
Yeah. Oh, God. Speaking about making change, have you ever seen people use change to pay for shit?
Yeah.
And I don't mean like the thing's like $3. It's so they sit there and give out quarters. Yeah. I'm talking about something like, that'll be $20.99. And they're like, okay, I got dimes.
I haven't seen that. No, I've seen like, because you said, doesn't he pay for change? I'm like, yes, it's a fairly normal thing there, Derek. It's like,
no, I'm talking about ridiculous amounts. There was a Black Friday once where it was my first time ever seeing a grown man get yelled at. Okay. It was he wanted to buy a game. Yeah, you're gonna have to drink that eventually.
I know, I put it near my mouth. I put it down immediately because I didn't want to do it.
Anyways,
every fire my beings like tell me you shouldn't be doing this.
Just drink the damn thing. While I tell my story. The guy was trying to buy a game on Black Friday. Don't know if it was his wife or his girlfriend or whoever it was. Maybe his mom. I don't fucking know.
That's like a neck flex.
Yeah. But he was trying to buy it with change, and he was taking so long to count the change because the guy at the register was like, I'm not counting this.
How old is that guy?
He was probably in his 20s.
Jesus.
Because I was probably 10 or so. So, yeah, he was just in there counting with change, and the lady's just like, I'm not waiting. I'm getting in the cart. And you hear him trying to count the change faster and, like, fucking up and shit because he's fucking nervous.
Yeah.
You hear the door slam. You see him look over his shoulder, hurry up, still counting out the change, gives up halfway through, just picks all the change up. As he's going out, you hear a car drive away. And I remember that because everybody in the store just started laughing at him. Like, oh, she left him. As the car slowly drives away, he's just sitting there outside the GameStop holding change in his hands because he couldn't count fast enough.
Jesus. See, I don't know whose side I'm on. Like, it's really mean to leave him behind. Also, why are you paying with change?
I guess he thought it's Black Friday. It must be really cheap. You know, it can't...
Not change.
Not change cheap. Nowadays, it can be.
Yeah, it can be in some
buy
situations.
Stuff off of Steam.
But I still would only use a card. Or cash if need be. I'm not going to carry around bags of change. I'm not a fucking cowboy.
I stopped carrying around cash, period.
Yeah. I carry it around every now and then for tip reasons, but beyond that, I don't really.
That's the only time I feel bad about it, because I'll go out and be like, yeah, I got you. And I hate giving tips through the digital thing.
Yeah.
I'm old school. You've seen me. I'm old school.
Yeah.
I like to give. Not only do I like giving cash, I give it to them in their hands. I know people go, well, it all gets put together at the end of the night. I'm like, I don't fucking know that. I want to make sure this person gets it specifically, because this person was awesome. And I'll be sitting there, I'm like, fuck, I got no money. Or I'll look at him like, I only got 20s. It was good. It wasn't $20 good. And it seems weird to be like, hey, can I get change for this so I can give you a smaller tip?
I feel like if I was a waiter and you're like, can I get change for this? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And I didn't think anything about it. Mm-hmm. And I came back with I'm like, oh yeah, just tip. I wouldn't put a correlation between the two, because I'm like, because they're probably busy.
Yeah.
They probably don't have correlation. I think they better give me this actually. I gave them a 10 and 2 5s. I better get that 10. No, man, you're probably getting a 5.
Dude. So I went to, okay, everybody, for this one shot that just went by this past week, I went to Daytona to get poppers, because Phantom Fireworks is the only place that sells them.
Yes.
And that was the closest one. Well, technically it wasn't. There was a closer one. It was the most convenient one to go to.
Yes.
I went there. Mm-hmm. So since I was there for the day, I just bit my lip. Since I was there for the day, I
want some soda to make it feel better?
Yeah, sure, why not? I went there and had a nice lunch.
It's so like, it's like, it feels thick.
It is thick.
I don't know why it feels so thick.
It tastes like fucking syrup now.
I know.
Anyways, went there for lunch. We ended up giving a money tip. We gave it to the lady. The lady was like, thank you. Immediately went to the back. Came back out. Thank you. I think she went back to count it really fast to see what it was.
Yeah.
I was like, what would you happen? You would have said thank you. Ran to the back. It was like $2. And would you be like, thank you? Go fuck yourself. Get out of this restaurant.
Thank you goes back there. You still owe $10.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Derek.
Hey.
What was that? Do you hear it? Is that Florida Man?
See, Bryce, the joke you're doing here is right when you made that joke, a door slammed behind us.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's somebody coming in your house. We should probably be wondering about that.
No, I think it was Florida Man. Is Florida Man
home?
home?
We should be really worried about that if it's Florida Man.
Yeah, Florida Man's home.
Bryce, how would you have felt if you had said that and your door just busted the fuck open? As a guy with no shirt, no clothes whatsoever. He's carrying like an alligator and
machete.
Yeah, machete and like a beer hat with but their beers are too big to sit on the hat.
It's
so
not beer. It's Monster.
Yeah. Ah.
When I'm like, it's my uncle. So, for those of you who don't know, every week we try. Most weeks we do Florida Man, which is we take stories from our good old state of Florida and we share them with the people who aren't from here. Recently, we've been doing this game where I have Derek take over, and he presents me with 2 stories at a time. Usually it's series about 3-ish, 3 or 4. And he presents 2 stories at a time. One is a Florida Man story. The other one is a different story. Sometimes they're fake. Sometimes they're not from Florida. I had to specify that now because we had an agreement originally that we had to make an amendment to. So sometimes it.
I would like to know when you said I was doing this.
Yes.
You just said real stories that are Florida. You didn't say anything about putting stories that aren't Florida in these stories.
I said one could be a Florida Man story, the other one is not.
Exactly.
I said it like that. I remember. I thought it was implied. I find I'm on your team. I'm with you now.
Sure.
That it's so fine. It could be Florida Man and then just a
random
story. It could be fake. It could be a story from a different place, which makes things a lot harder.
Well, most of the ones that are real
Yeah.
aren't stories that I find. They're usually things that happen that I know of.
Which you and your family, though.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we're weird. And speaking about our weirdness, this is one thing I had to tell you about my family, because I had them try and make some fake stories up for me today. And my dad was so proud of one. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, that's not going to work. So it's going to be an honorable mention. Somehow he wanted me to try and poker face my way through.
Yeah.
Man teleports in the closet. Yeah. He said that. He smiled. I looked around the room. I'm like, is anybody else curious about where the story's going? And I'm like, you know, people can't teleport, right? He goes, exactly. And I'm like, all right. He goes, he thought he teleported. I'm like, no. No. It doesn't work like that. Are you okay? Are you fine?
Oh, God.
Bryce is taking his glasses off.
I see your dad doing that.
Just being really fucking happy.
Said, dad just leaning forward. Exactly.
He said it with so much confidence. I'm just looking around at everyone. I'm like, it's funny. There's no way it can be true. I got some outrageous shit on here, but you know.
It has to be like somewhat realistic.
Yeah, exactly.
Man becomes alien.
Technically, could be possible. He dressed up as an alien.
Or he suddenly becomes not allowed to be in the country anymore.
It's like Terminal.
Yeah.
I like Terminal.
I'm trying to think of what's another fucking... Man turns into giraffe.
Man floats away.
See, that one could be like he's on a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
But man turns into giraffe, I feel like.
Just a guy breaks his
man
neck
is
up.
fence.
Honestly, when you said that, first thing I thought of was football, and I'm like, that makes sense. It's like, yeah, he's impenetrable, like a fence.
We're gonna do another sports one episode soon.
Cool.
Because I have some more sports ones I want to talk about. Anyways, let's get into some Florida Man stuff.
If I'm correct, you're
I'm positive 2.
Are you? I thought you were still 1.
I think I got the last one, didn't I?
Oh, you're right. You are correct, I believe.
So I'm up 2, positive 2, plus 2.
That soda's starting to come back up.
If you need a pause.
problem. Nah, I'm good.
Okay. You talking like burping?
No, I'll be fine. Yeah. Oh no, I'm not gonna throw up on you.
Yeah, I'm like, do we need to pause, Derek?
I was just like, no, but it just goes over everything.
Like if you took that real deep, and part of me is like, I can't. I'm like, I'm scared to finish this because I'm not sure how it's gonna agree with my stomach, and you down that one.
Do you want me to finish this?
I can probably do it.
Okay.
But part of me is like, if you threw up, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm like, we should probably pause so you can go throw up.
There's a reason why I don't drink alcohol. It's because I can chug shit really good.
Yeah, I don't because my stomach.
I'm a good chugger. That sounds dirty.
It's because that hard R. Anyways, you should go into...
I'm a chugger. No.
Okay, go.
All right. Sorry. All right. First story.
Yeah.
Man robs dollar store. Escapes with over $20.
I mean... In merchandise or just money?
Just money.
Cool.
Man finds grenade while fishing. Takes it to a restaurant.
That one started wild, got more wild.
Yep.
See, the first one, it's like people fail at robbing all the time.
Well, that's not a failure. He got out of there $20 out of a dollar store.
Still, $20 is like, you fucking, yeah, $20. It's like...
That's as much money as they had in that dollar store. They're not carrying big bills. They don't got hundreds at the dollar store. Can you break change for this 1,000, please? Yes.
People go buy more than spend more than $1 there.
Yeah.
I spend like at least 2 minimum. I go in there, things are like $5. I'm like, this Dollar General's bullshit.
You know what the freaky thing is?
Zombies.
That too. But whenever I go to a dollar store, or Dollar General makes more sense because not everything's $1. They're just really cheap. Dollar stores like Dollar Tree, try and do dollars. Yeah. Unless it's like something really big. They have a food section. Yeah. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, there's no way anything in here that costs $1 is safe for you to eat.
Yeah, they have like boxed mac and cheese in there, and I'm like, I'd rather not.
Yeah, actually. It's so weird.
Because I heard stories about like certain types of pasta that they get like shit in them, and you look down, you see the entire inside of the box is infested with like bugs. Ew. And this is properly packaged and stuff. They take care of it. So if it's $1, I'm like, I don't know if I want to trust this pasta.
There's actually a guy on YouTube called, it's like Wolf Pit or something like that, where he goes and reviews Dollar Tree food. Yeah. And he'll go through like all the ingredients, and you just listen to it, and it's like, it'll be like a Salisbury steak, and like only 0.000% of it is meat. All the rest of it's just like additives and stuff stuffed into it. It's like, that's why it's $1. It probably costs more than $1 to make the damn thing, but you know.
I want to believe because based on the two, the finding a grenade and taking it to a restaurant is more Florida than the other one.
All right.
So I'm gonna go with that one as the Florida story.
You are correct, sir. This man, it says, went fishing. And I went, how did he not pull the pin out if he was fishing?
Well, you can fish with nets.
No. Because he wasn't fishing for fish. It was something called magnet fishing. It's when people try and salvage stuff to recycle metals out of the water. So he put a magnet in the water and found a grenade.
Okay.
And he thought the best idea was, I need to call the police, but they don't know where random river off of Route 40 is, so I'll go somewhere familiar where they can find me. The Taco Bell. And caused a fucking bomb scare when he goes, yeah, I got a grenade at Taco Bell. Can you send somebody? So they had to clear the whole fucking building out and all the parked cars.
So like, I feel bad for the employees.
No, they got paid for that.
The employees, the people who went there, it's like, I'm in line. I'm inside Taco Bell. Can I get crunch wraps? What do you mean you're shutting?
Oh, that's like you with your fire drill when you went to Walmart.
Oh, yeah, that's a story. But I haven't told that on here because I only haven't recently.
Yeah, that was new.
After it was a very late night at work. After I was leaving back, I need to get groceries, and I'm like, the only place that's open.
It's not getting any better.
Yeah, it gets worse actually. So I'm like, the only place that's open this time is like Walmart. So I go to Walmart, pick some groceries up. I get a cart because I need to get some stuff. I get one thing, head towards the food aisle. I see like a lot of people like walking past me kind of hurriedly. I'm like, that's a little weird. No alarms are going off, so I think we're fine. And then the manager walks directly up to me. He's like, you need to leave. I'm like, what? He's like, oh, we're doing a alarm test, and the entire store needs to be empty.
It's that soda coming back on you.
So I'm like, all right, fine. It should only take a couple minutes. So we go outside. I'm chilling with like the 4 other people that were in there and the 30 employees they have for some reason. And most of them are probably stalkers. But so all of us are outside. All the employees like, man, I hope this lasts for the rest of my shift. I'm standing there. I'm like, I hope it fucking doesn't last for the rest of your shift. I just need to pick up 6 things. I have one, and I left it in the cart in the middle of the aisle.
Well, you don't know nobody's going to steal it. No one's in the store.
Yeah, so I was like perfectly safe with just leaving it there.
I've done that before where I've forgotten like my wallet, and I've had to go home to get it.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting like, nothing's frozen. I'm just going to leave this here. And I've walked back, and my cart's still been there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, sweet. My toilet paper's still here.
It's people like, because a lot of times they use, it's a used, I'm not sure they do it. Like it's new policies. But Walmart used to use carts as like holding things to when they do stocking. I know that because I have people that we used to work there years ago.
You worked at Walmart.
I also know people. When I worked there, it was you had a official cart. Like the one that was like flat.
How did you know? You weren't even there that long.
I still had to get a flat cart and stock a little bit. But I used to have family that worked there years ago, and they used to use the regular fucking carts, like the shopping ones. And so people see ones just sitting there like, oh, probably for stocking reasons, and you just leave it be.
Oh. I used to use a cart back when I used to work at a grocery store. They didn't have a special cart for me. I just would take shit in a grocery cart, so it looked like I worked there, but I was off the clock. So I'm like, I'm going to do my shopping while I'm here.
I mean...
Which I did sometimes, so it made sense.
Yeah.
That got really confusing for, like, regulars, because they would see me like, oh, he's stocking stuff. And be like, nah, I'm shopping. Taking stuff off the shelves.
So you have to watch me for a second. Am I putting things on or taking it off the shelf?
Yeah, exactly. To figure out if I'm on the clock or not.
Turns out you're just like, I don't want this anymore. And you put it back.
You know what would have been the funniest thing in the world, since that was my job, if I would have got something and be like, I don't want this. Give it to somebody I know. Here, can you sit this back, sir?
Sir or madam?
Yeah.
Like, you... That's most confusing. You can see me. Hey, Derek. You want to go to the next one?
Next one, all right. You know what, Bryce?
What?
You know when this is coming out? It's coming out a little bit after Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's do a Christmassy one.
Okay.
Woman attacks man with Christmas tree.
Okay.
All right. Florida Santa attacked by dog in store.
I believe both of those.
You look so confident. And you look disgusted.
Both of those are from Florida, damn it. Oh, God. Because I was at, like, the mall not too long ago. And I saw like the Santa Claus.
Yeah, they got those Santas out there right now.
He had one of those like clapper.
Santa's helpers. Santa's for real, everybody. Yeah. Just so everyone knows.
He had one of those like hand clapper things. He like claps it several times. Mm-hmm. And he walked up to one of his fake reindeers like playing with it. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna fucking spank that reindeer. It made me very uncomfortable. And looking at him, and I'm like, I know people take their dogs everywhere. Some people need for like medical reasons or whatever. But they take dogs everywhere.
Bryce.
So I wouldn't be surprised when we took their dog to like a mall and just like, you know what? I don't like that fat man. I bet he tastes like bacon. And just went to town. I'm not surprised. Also, the other one, we had one of the first Florida men we ever did was a woman hitting a guy with a sandwich.
Yep.
Yeah. So once we hit there, yeah, you can attack anybody with anything. Might as well make it festive.
Yeah. Happy holidays, motherfucker. Just hits him.
You were with that ho ho ho.
Oh, I love that.
Oh god. I think the hard part is I feel like both of these are going to be true. One of these is going to be like, this one was from like Maryland or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go with because sounds more Florida. The woman attacking a man with a Christmas tree. As that one is the Florida man one.
You are correct again. Woo! Now, I would like to note that the Santa being attacked by the dog isn't true to my knowledge. I imagine this happened.
Give me a second.
That's fine. While you research that, the reason why I thought of that one, not only do they have Santas in malls, if you go to PetSmart, they have Santas sit there so they can take pictures with your fucking dog.
I mean,
for lonely people who don't have kids, they just have pets. You can take them to PetSmart and get them pictures with Santa. My mom did that with our fucking Chihuahua, and our Chihuahua doesn't like anybody, so it looks fucking pissed in that picture. And how the camera goes off, it does the color eye thing, so it looks like it has red eyes. It looks like a demon dog.
Fun fact about me, I just searched Santa being attacked by mall.
The whole mall turned on Santa.
And some of these stories that comes from like Snopes, like, didn't Mall Santa beat up a child molester? I'm like, I hope so. That'd be cool.
That'd actually be really neat. I should have got that one.
Yeah. This was from 4 days ago. This is for. I'm gonna pull the entire thing. This is an actual.
Here's our new story. Welcome to the holiday special, bitches.
This was. I'm trying to figure where this was.
If it's in Florida, that's our new story.
I don't recognize the city. And this.
What's the city called?
Mandurah.
That sounds like something in Virginia. I don't know why it seems Virginia.
A Mandurah Santa Claus who has brought. Mandurah Santa Claus hangs up hat after dog attack.
Shit.
Yeah. But he was not Santa Claus at the time. He was fishing. And he was attacked by a dog.
Does he look like a Santa, or is he one of those guys who puts on like a fake beard?
This is his picture.
Do not knock that over.
There's Santa. That's super his beard.
Okay.
There's other pictures. See what they look like. Oh, geez. Hello. That's Santa. That is super Santa. That's Santa's boob. Look at that. This
is getting PG-13 up in here. We got half-naked Santas.
Yeah, if you're wondering, look at pictures of this guy who you could tell he was Santa.
He's a Santa.
And
can you really
injured.
Okay, if you look like that, Bryce, even if you don't have the red suit on, can you really retire being a Santa?
I saw a guy who looked like he would be a Santa. Mm-hmm. In a Hawaiian shirt and shorts when it was like 40 degrees out. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's fitting.
Yeah, that works.
It's like, even when you're not Santa, you're kind of Santa.
Bryce.
Let's put this somewhere else. I don't want that near me.
I'm gonna fucking put it on the ground.
Yeah.
Don't kick it.
Yeah, it's on that note. Let's go into the next one. I figure out where Mandurah is.
Can I start and ask you a question?
Sure.
What's the fakest Santa you've ever seen in your life? You've been alive for a while. I have one. I want to know if you have a fake Santa.
I helped my... okay. So, for the kids shouldn't be listening to this anyways. Yeah, Santa's fake. There we go. There's a reason for you not to listen, children. My dad one year was... was the Santa for a family.
Mm-hmm.
So I drove him there, and helped him get dressed and all of it. He went inside, and I stayed out in the car while he went inside to give him some presents and then left.
I once...
So that's the fakest Santa I saw was my dad dressed as Santa.
I once had one of my teachers play Santa in school, so I had to play an elf.
Yeah.
But they gave me an elf hat. They had elf ears on it, but it was too big for my head because I have a fat-ass head.
Yeah.
So I had 4 ears that day, and I got a PlayStation 1 out of it.
Don't worry, the story isn't definitely not Florida, man. It's from Australia.
Oh, shit.
Mandurah, Australia.
Okay.
Hey, if you're from Mandurah, follow us on Twitter at DYHAT Podcast.
Calling, can that be our Twitter for this episode when it comes out? Calling all Santas?
Sure.
All right. But no, you dad played Santa.
Yeah.
My dad played Santa for my kindergarten class. And I wasn't supposed to know he was Santa. I immediately knew it was him.
Yeah,
because in my mind, I'm sitting here, I'm like, there's no black Santa Claus. It's like, you're him. That, and he didn't switch his boots out. So I'm like, that's my dad's boots. I know those.
First of all, yeah. I feel like you can recognize your dad.
Yep. It's like you don't look like the Santa I know. Where's your Coca-Cola at? Damn it.
Where's the freaking polar bears?
Yeah. No, but that's the funniest thing because because this was when I was in, this was like maybe pre-K, first grade.
Yeah. And
I knew it was him. And for years, I could never get him to admit it.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those things like he still believes in Santa. I stopped believing in, fake Santas. The real Santa stays up in the North Pole. He has all his fake guys do it. Anyways. You drank it. Yeah.
I'm going to vomit.
I'm going to put this down here.
Oh, God.
But, literally for a while, I couldn't recognize if he was just fucking with me or not. He's like, nah, it wasn't me. It wasn't the real Santa, but it wasn't me.
There's a tear coming.
I can see.
I hated that so much.
We're falling apart over sodas. We gotta do the other ones next episode now.
I know.
We got pickles, and I'll take the bacon, please. I hate pickles.
I'm gonna fucking throw those away. I don't want it.
I'll try the bacon one before you throw it away.
Okay, well, you can try it, but I'm not gonna keep that one.
All right. And then, but the fakest Santa I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I moved down here. Mm-hmm. It was in a Walmart of all things.
Yeah, it's fitting.
Right when you walked in, right where the women's bra and panties section is, because that's the first section in there because it was closed first. So they had him sitting in that section. Yeah, weird, right? It was a little Hispanic guy with clearly a fake beard.
Yeah.
And they were like, "What color did Santa suit? What color is it?
Red.
Red. If you can't get red, what color do you go with? Maybe a blue. Maybe a green.
That's in green was my
green. Yeah.
Choice.
Maybe blue. Motherfucker had a bright gold Santa suit that shined. It was the shiniest fucking suit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, God. I'm actually wiping the tears from
the soda.
Picturing that Santa.
It looked
pimp Santa.
It looked like the laziest Santa. Like they're like, we need him something to wear. We only got this gold suit. Fine, make him wear that. And no one was going over to see him. It was so fucking funny because I walked in. I'm like, is that a Spanish Santa in a gold suit? And he's sitting in the ladies' lingerie section. I see.
The Spanish Santa, I'm not have a problem with.
No, not at all.
The lingerie, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of pushing it.
Everything on top of it, and then just the section he was sitting in. I'm like, we couldn't have found him any other section to sit in.
There's
literally, if you looked over like to the right, men's clothing. We could have put him in there.
We established that I used to work at Walmart for a very short period of time. Mm-hmm. There is a section just called seasonal.
Exactly. They could have. Well, the seasonal section, because I know this Walmart I could still go to. It's in the back, which I guess you could do that and advertise Santa's in the back working, or I don't know.
Yeah, with his elves who are working on the toys, so you can get toys.
I was like, nope. They sat him right in the front, so you saw him where he was, surrounded by women's underwear in a gold suit.
They had the women's underwear in the front?
It was in the front. That's where the clothing was. It was like display stuff on sale, like sodas and all that. There was McDonald's to the left. Mm-hmm. To the right, women's clothing. First section was women's like underwear and like undergarments and stuff. For some reason. Weird, right?
Usually the middle section
is where the underwear is.
Is the clothes in general.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of the middle is like underwear.
Exactly. Nope, it was in the front.
I'm burping like crazy.
Yeah, I know. That's because you drank that soda too fast. I can punch you in the stomach. It'll help you. So, are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go for it.
Mice found living among burger buns at restaurant.
I'm gonna guess the restaurant name. It rhymes with McDonald's.
You are wrong, sir.
Burger King.
We'll get into details later.
Damn it.
Man throws alligator through drive-through window.
I'm gonna guess the restaurant.
It
Rhymes with
what?
McDonald's.
You are also wrong.
What?
These are the biggest competitors to McDonald's. What do you think
it
of?
Checkers?
Nope, it is not. Fuck, no one fucks with Checkers. You want to? You get your ass whooped if you go to Checkers.
It's Crystal.
No, all the drunks will beat you up at Crystals. That would be funny as fuck, though.
I think it's like one's probably Burger King.
The first one is Burger King.
Yeah, you say competitor, it's Burger King.
And what's the second one?
Wendy's.
Yep.
Alligator was Wendy's, right?
Alligator was Wendy's.
Cool. I'm happy with that one. I'm like, I go to Wendy's sometimes. If there's some attacks, I'm fine. If they some problem with the actual food, I'm not okay with it. I'm not going to Burger King anytime soon. I like Wendy's.
The worst part is, I read the Burger King story.
Yeah.
And the first thing I saw on the side was advertisements for Burger King because they have a sale for chicken sandwiches. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
You know what sounds good? Taco Bell.
Yeah, exactly.
Place that doesn't have buns.
Okay, it's weird. I don't like Taco Bell because I'm not a big fan of tacos.
Yeah.
I love Taco Bell breakfast, which is the worst time to eat Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Because if you want to fuck your day up, start in the morning.
But their breakfast doesn't really have like that sort of Tex-Mex stuff to it.
Nah, not really, but it has...
It's not really Tex-Mex either. But
yeah, it's not even really Mex.
Yeah.
It's barely Tex.
It's Bell.
Yeah, exactly. Taco Bell is not real Mexican food.
Even then, its breakfast menu isn't like the rest of the menu.
No, not at all.
It's like, we just have eggs in a tortilla shell, and you're like, cool,
They
I'll
got
have that, I guess.
It's like a bacon chalupa or something like that. That tastes delicious.
Some of the things off the dollar menu are probably the best things they have for that. Anyways.
You shouldn't spend anything more than $1 for food at Taco Bell.
I believe, clearly, the alligator one sounds more Florida.
Yes, it does.
The other one sounds more realistic.
So which one do you go with, sir?
Because there has to be a reason for them to throw it in there. Well, I have to rephrase that. We're in Florida.
I say you don't need reason for shit.
Let's because I usually go with the one I have more faith in humanity for.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to fast food, humanity doesn't count.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
So I'm gonna go with the rats and mice.
I was about to say, yeah, it was mice. It wasn't. That'd be a whole different story if you get. There's a difference between mice and rats.
Yeah,
if you have rats, you got a really big fucking problem.
Yeah, it's mice.
That's Subway New York's type of situation.
It's that rat carrying pizza downstairs situation.
No, they found one well, not recently, but there was a recent one where there was a rat in like like where change comes out like an ATM, like where money comes out. And somebody got stuck in there. So if you got money, the money would fall out on the rat, and you had to put your hand in to get it.
Gross.
So no one was using the machine because he was just sitting inside the little tube waiting.
Oh, God.
So you're going with the mice?
Yeah. That one's from Florida.
That is not from Florida. It's real.
I'm not surprised.
It's from, I think it was like Virginia or West Virginia. It was a Burger King. They had mice inside the thing. They have video of them running across the stuff.
Oh, gross.
And apparently they shit it inside the fryer.
Nice.
So they had to clean those all out.
I'm not surprised.
Yep.
So the other one, the one that sounds more Florida
is Florida. Which is stupid. Okay, because I've actually started reading these stories. But this one wasn't a story. There was a video from CNN.
Okay. And
they were doing an interview with the mother. And the mother's like, I don't know why we're making a big deal out of it. It was just a prank. And I'm like, what?
Fucking what? I'm going to throw this literally dangerous animal into a window. It's a joke.
It was a 3-foot alligator they threw through a fucking drive-through window. And the mom's trying to make it sound nice. Because she's like, well, he's friends with one of the guys that work there. And I'm like, Bryce, we're friends. If you throw an alligator at me, I'm going to beat the shit out of you, and we're not friends anymore.
If you see me with an alligator, run.
No, honestly, I'm being confused.
I should not have an alligator.
I'm being more I'm like, why do you have that?
It's not me.
Yeah, exactly. It's an evil twin.
It's it. Run. God.
So, yeah. All right. So, you still got 2.
Yeah.
So, you're even.
So, I'm at positive 3 overall.
Are you? I don't know how your system works. I know you try to explain it to me. I don't get it.
0 means I failed and succeeded the same amount. I'm at 0.
Plus so then 1, you're not at +3 then, are you?
Well, overall. Because we started today at +2.
Like I
Go
said,
to the next floor,
I don't
man.
understand your system. Man, stick keys in wall socket.
I try to turn on my house.
Trying to turn your house on. Man punches shopper in face for taking too long at the checkout.
That's not... Well, Black Friday was not that long ago.
Yep, it was not.
I didn't hear any huge stories because I didn't really look for any big stories for Black Friday, which I should have. What are we doing right now?
The digital age has ruined Black Friday.
Yeah,
because there's no fighting anymore. Yeah. People just kind of go, "Oh, you got it? Okay, I'll just buy it Monday then."
Yeah, I'm like, I'll wait tomorrow. It's still the deal tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
For 6 days.
There wasn't a lot of good deals either.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing I saw recently for Black Friday stuff was 2 years ago when they had that lady. Remember that mean ass lady who was she stole stuff out of some 10-year-old's hands or some shit like that.
Yeah. And
the mother was like, "You're not gonna fucking snatch shit from my kid." And she grabs her and she starts screaming like, "What are you doing? You're hurting me!" And it's like, you're just mean to a 10-year-old. Go fuck yourself.
Oh God. So I'm okay.
So a punch to the face or a man trying to turn a house on?
I want to believe. Okay, they're both equally stupid.
Yes, they are.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, I know how... I'm not sure what store this is. Do you know what store it is?
It was a Walmart.
Because how the Walmart works, I had to learn. When I learn something, it stays with me. Because I'm vast. I'm smart as shit, boy. How the system works is when you check something out, that sends to the higher up things to send you a new one of those. So you keep the same amount in the same stores for the same amount of time.
Okay.
So if you buy 3 of something, immediately orders from the higher ups 3 more of that to that Walmart.
That's actually really neat.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
So, with that in mind, once you scan that and buy it, wait 2 days. There's going to be a new one. If that's the last one. It's never the last one. They always have fucking more.
It's coming around. It's like a bus. It's like it's coming around again. Just wait.
I also worked I had to learn how to do everything when I was there. I was there for a week, wondering how long I was at Walmart. I had to learn how to do the checkout. I had to learn how to do stocking. When I was learning how to do stocking, they always send more than what we want, and they have us on top of the shelves as the extra shit. So when you lose some out of the middle, you go through doing your checks. You take from the top, put it in the middle, and so I'm like, there's always extras. Just be patient.
Bryce is very passionate about Walmart. He has his stripes from that 1 week.
Oh, God. I'm just disappointed. I want a guy... Did the guy turn on his house in Florida?
Yep.
Cool. Did I just get it?
Did you? Or is that the one you're picking?
Because I said, did the guy turn on his house in Florida? You're like, yup. And I'm like, oh, did I just win?
Did you win?
Did I get it?
Did you pick that one?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you didn't win.
Shut up.
I'm not going to fucking reveal shit to you.
I thought you did it by accident, and you're looking down, and you're like, did I just reveal it by accident?
Oh, nah, I'm good at lying, Bryce. Just so you know.
I know, but I wasn't like, how you responded so quickly and how you responded afterwards. I'm like, everybody's like, I just fucked up, I'm going to play it off.
Nah, I mostly, I knew you were going to try and do some shit like that. That's why, I think of lies.
Yeah.
That's why when we did the burger bun thing, I'm sitting here, I'm like, yeah, they had a advertising for Burger King right next to it. I didn't look that up. Somebody told me that. I can just do stupid shit and be like, yeah, that sounds realistic. That's how I got through high school. So you only got 2, so you're +3.
Is the other one at least real?
Yeah.
More detail. The other one.
No. We're gonna go through the real Florida Man one.
But that one.
I know it's not exciting, but I want to save the exciting one for last. The first one,
the house rev like the engine.
No. The first one was a 69-year-old man.
Nice.
This happened a week ago.
Yeah.
He got frustrated. He started yelling at customers. A customer walked over, tried to make him calm down, and he sucker punched him in the side of the head. And then no one stopped him because they're like, we're not going to grab this 69-year-old man Just let him go. He's a 60. How hard can he hit you? He's 69. And then they went to his house and arrested him.
Yeah. That's assault. You're just fucking hitting people
with
for no
these
reason.
deadly weapons right here. Put his fist up.
These weapons were in Nam.
All right, now the real story.
Yeah.
Or that's not Florida.
The important one
is a very personal story.
Oh God, no!
That was me. I did that when I was like 5 or so.
Okay, you have a pass. You said man. I'm like this adult guy.
Oh no, I make sure it sounds realistic when I lie to you.
Because I like the jokes you can make out of that. I think it's better than the actual story.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, my story is.
How did the house's engine rev?
It didn't rev at all. I fucking revved. I once put keys in a socket when I was younger. I burned my fucking self. It went through my hand, around my heart, and out of my foot. I lived. I was fucking lucky.
You sound very lucky.
And let it be known that I believe it's my godmother. She was living with us at the time. When she heard it from upstairs. She described it as sounding like a bag of chips opening. So imagine like as I'm flying somewhere because electricity just goes through my body.
I'm gonna lean back in my chair.
That's fine.
I'm gonna lean back. I'm holding to the mic and I'm gonna lean back. I'm gonna hold this like a freaking
like a microphone.
Yeah, Derek.
Yep.
Are you okay?
From all medical purposes?
Yeah,
probably.
I want to go back to when I shocked myself.
You're talking about...
And you made fun of me.
Yeah. I also wasn't in my fucking 20s.
Fair point.
And I'm also not afraid of electricity.
Fair point.
Mister, I need you to pull this out the wall for me and plug it in.
I
didn't get fear out of it. Yeah, you know who wasn't nervous? Me. I plugged shit in when I got home, too. Don't try and make fun of a 5-year-old for doing stupid. I think I was 5. If not, I was younger.
So
should not have been left alone with keys, is what I'm saying here.
So shout out to Young Walnut for letting us use his music for intro and outro. You can follow him on YouTube and SoundCloud. Check him out. He makes great music. Also, if you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at DYHAT Podcast. That's DYHAT Podcast. We tweet about the show every week when it goes up. You can also email us at diehatpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know if you have a story, historical story that you want us to cover, or if there's anything in the news happening you want us to talk about. Let us know. I'll 100% go into that. Derek, do you have anything else before we go into the final? All right, we have Electabuzz over here. Hey, Derek.
Diggly-dig, trio. It's a Pokemon joke.
Did you hear about this?
No.
Did you hear about Sigmund Freud's gifts?
Sigmund Freud?
Yeah.
Why does that name sound familiar to me?
He's the Austrian neurologist.
Okay.
He has a lot of famous brain studies he's done.
Okay.
So anything, if you know anything about the brain, you probably heard of him.
Okay. It just sounded familiar. Probably something from school.
At the same thing, Sigmund Freud loved cocaine. He liked cocaine so much he would give it to his friends and family as gifts.
Hey, I got nothing wrong with that. I have no clue where to go from there. I wouldn't.
So I'm asking Derek, what do you want for your birthday?
What I want for my birthday? I wouldn't mind some cocaine. Please bring me some.
Do you want some?
What do you
soda?
want for your? Just so everyone knows, Bryce is asking me. We share pretty much a birthday.
Yeah.
We're only 10 days apart.
So
I'm older.
Do you want some soda? I got some soda in the
nah,
fridge.
I'm good.
You sure?
Bryce, you know what? Yeah. Next episode, me and you can have the pickle one. I'll take the bacon.
I'm not.
You asked me what I wanted for my birthday. There we go.
On my birthday coming up, I'm going to say no to that as my gift.